Hello everyone, I just checked into my room here at Stanford. It's where I'm going to be spending the next couple of days, next week or so, here at the Stanford Graduate School of Business, learning about social entrepreneurship. I'm super excited about what's about to unfold. Just finished my first class here at Stanford. The first class was all about vision, mission, and strategy, and how do we articulate those three things back to our teams, to our stakeholders, to people we're serving, and to our communities. We identified vision as being, what does the world look like now that your company's existed in the future? What is the problem that we're trying to solve? We identified mission as being, what is your organization's reason for being? Who are you serving, and how are you doing that in direction of your vision? We identified strategy as being, what is the economic value of your organization, and how do you economically provide for the work that you're doing? Session number 3 was all about scaling impact and how we can scale the excellence that we already in our organizations. I found this session absolutely fascinating. It was really interesting and a really different approach on how we can scale, which has been something and one of the reasons why I'm here, to learn how we can continue to scale the impact at Burn Bright. So what I took out of this session and what I took out of this lesson was fascinating, that often when we're scaling, or all the time when we're scaling, we have to subtract rather than add. And quite often scaling is about reinventing ourselves and finding new ways to the business model as we're growing through the different scaling stages. Session number 5 was on design thinking, and I was able to put my design thinking learning from before into action. Today we use design thinking to try and solve an issue or a problem that exists within our existing companies, and we help other people to do the same by going through the design methodology and the design process. Session number 6 was about how we balance business and social objectives with each other, and the tension that has to play between those two things. So we talked about how as social entrepreneurs, we want to try and make money for our businesses, but at the same time we want to have a social impact. And so how does the money and the legitimacy of our business interrelate, and how do we make sure that those two things are in check? Because there's a constant tension between the two.
So we just finished class number 9. It was all about decision making and how we influence and impact our decisions and how we make sure we put ourselves in the right mindset for decision making, but also how do we create an environment for our team where we can create great decisions together as a team. So sadly, all good things must come to an end. My time here at Stanford Graduate School of Business is now finished. I've had the most incredible experience. I've met so many wonderful people. I've heard so many great stories. I've learnt so much about running a social enterprise, scaling a social enterprise, and how we can use the connections that we have in the room with all these other wonderful organizations to better the world. I'm really excited about what the future looks like. Thank you so much for supporting me in this journey. I couldn't have done it without each and every one of my supporters and people who care about me, so thank you so much, and I'm really excited for what's up next.